Hey guys, this is Frank, your virtual general aviator, and welcome to another stream. Today, what do I have in store? I am going to fly the beautiful Pilatus PC-12 that you see on your screen from Hilton Head, South Carolina to Statesville, North Carolina. Now, the reason I'm flying it is because I'm doing an FSE economy flight where they basically give you missions, and my mission today is to fly a, an express package from Hilton Head to Statesville. The assignment pays pretty well, so it should be a profitable flight. And with FSE, I do earn virtual money. Now, the cool thing about the money that I earn, I could actually spend the money um, buying aircraft to own. So it isn't one of those virtual situations where you earn money but you can't really spend it. I can actually spend the money, which is really cool. I wish I could spend it in the real world, but hey, this is a virtual um, airline air flight, and also with that said, it is also a simulation. So let's get started. I am currently getting about 38 or 40 frames per minute, and I got a note from YouTube that said some of you guys may experience some buffering. Um, and something about adjusting keyframes. So if any of you guys stream and you know how to adjust keyframes in OSB Studio, then leave me a comment and tell me how to do that. Okay, so I also want to have the stream pulled over here so that I can see chat if any of you guys do decide to leave comments during the flight, in which case I do welcome chats. Okay, so again, let's get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is jump into the cockpit and let's get this guy started up. And this is actually, once you get the hang of it, it's really an easy aircraft to start up. I've been meaning to download a checklist for this aircraft so that I could start going through a checklist to fly it. Okay, so brakes are set, and first thing I want to do is turn my standby bus on and check my, move that visor out the way, check my, test my lamps, and they're all checking out fine. Okay, so I am going to turn battery 1 and battery 2 on, and I need at least 24 volts to start up, which I do have. And I'm going to turn my fuel pumps on. My beacon light comes on. And I also want to start an ACRAS program in the background so that it can track my flight, even though um, you won't be able to see the ACRS program work. And if I had been smart, I would have set that up during the countdown. So if you just give me just a minute, let me type this stuff in. Actually, since I got my batteries on and I'm pulling power, then I want to go ahead and start my engine. So condition levels come down, and throttle comes to idle, to ground idle, and Ignition goes on. Now when my NG get to 13, I can introduce fuel, which I just did, and my ITT should come up, and now that I'm over 50 NG, that means I got a good start. The ITT is my internal temperature in the turbines, and so that's 496 times 100 degrees, 4,096 degrees. So it's quite warm in the turbines. Um, she definitely generates some heat, which you will see coming out later on. All right, generator 1 comes on, generator 2 comes on, my avionics 1 and the avionics 2 come on, my inertia separator comes on, my taxi light comes on. It's late enough for my strobes. So I am going to turn on I'm sorry, not my strobes, my navs. And even though I don't have passengers on this flight, I don't think I do. But I am going to turn my passenger seatbelt on. Actually, this is to be a a FS FSE flight, and so I am going to take a moment to log into FSE, and hopefully, let's see, hopefully you can follow along with me as I do. Okay. And okay, so I am logged in, and now I want to see what I have. Okay, so I've got a Courier Express package, and the pay for that is actually $34.94, which is just under $3,500. The distance that I'm going to fly is 213 nautical miles. So I'm going to select this and load this assignment. Actually, it's already loaded. Okay, so it's already loaded. So I think all I need to do is oops, wrong button. No fire. No fire is on. So I think I need all I need to do is log in. And start flight. Okay, so I started the flight just so I would be sure that I'm actually am the running what I think I'm running. Let me get some stuff out of your way. So we are done with this window. And I am not going to fly on SkyVector today. Oh, no, I'm sorry, VATSIM. VATSIM is a ATC system, and I am going to just fly the friendly skies with Traffic Global to give me some traffic in the background. And there's the remote control gas truck because I don't see a driver in it. Okay. So I've got my flight plan hopefully already loaded. Yep, yep. Statesville. Yep. So I am ahead of the game in that regard. I'm sorry, I thought I'd gotten rid of that window, but apparently it didn't go away. Just got rid of it. And yeah. Okay. So got my flight plan. So I can get rid of that guy. And I am at Hilton Head. Need some information for Hilton Head. Okay, so let's go to Sky Vector. Let's go to Sky Vector. Try that again. Oh man, every time I hit Sky Vector, I get the wrong window. All right, so let's go to Sky Vector. There we go. Now I can move stuff around. And I actually need to resize this window. I'm dealing with some stuff that obviously you can't see, so some of the stuff that I'm doing is only affecting me. All right, so Hilton Head. Let's do it this way. So we'll just do a flight plan, and we'll go. What is the call? The the ICOA for Hilton Head. Who can tell me that for 100 points? Who can tell me what the ICO is for hit the IACO? I ICAO for Hilton Head is. All right. So I can't tell. Okay. It's Kilo Hotel X-Ray Delta. Oh man, I hit delete. Um, Kilo Hotel X-Ray Delta. And for Statesville, it's Kilo Sierra Victor Hotel. So let's drop that in the flight plan. And there is my direct to path. Now, I plan to fly VFR. So, let's see, this is only 200 nautical miles. So, I had a flight planned earlier that was 1,000 nautical miles, in which case I was going to push the aircraft to its service ceiling of 31,000 feet. But I don't think I need to push it to 31,000 feet now. Let's see if I can't drop the route that I want to fly in, and I think I can. Okay, so you see how the magenta line just changed to a zigzag. So what these are different waypoints that I want to get to as I fly along. So I'm good from that perspective. And let me get rid of this guy. And now we got our route figured out where we can put it in and monitor it as needed. And for those of you guys who don't know, as you can see, it actually takes some work to get airborne. Even though it may not look like it. Now, I have been expecting the call, so I may have to pause this Um, can you guys hold? I need to take this call. Hello, this is Frank. Hey, Miss Shirley, how are you doing? Good. I am. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. I'll come by sometime before 12 in the morning. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow before noon. Okay. Uh, you're welcome. Bye bye. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. That was a quick service call that I need to run in the morning. Um, sometime tomorrow morning. Okay. So I am. Let's get rid of this guy. It's sort of a distraction here. And now where were we? Okay, so we were at Hilton Head, and we wanted to get our. Oh, we I put in the route. Um, and what I didn't do. See, Hilton Head. That was Kilo. Oh shucks, what was Hilton Head? Um, Kilo Hotel X-Ray Delta. Okay. And what I didn't get was my radio information. Kilo Hotel X-Ray X-Ray Delta. So I'm gonna pull up the map again. And I guess I really should just go ahead and share what I'm doing with you guys. So let me pull up the map one more time. Okay. And I'm gonna zoom in on my on Hilton Head, and I know that it's hard to see, but my control tower is 118.975. So I'm gonna make a note of that. 118.975. My ADAS frequency is 121.4, and my ground frequency is, and I actually need to pull up uh, let's see, actually, see if I can go back here. All right, try this again. And just pull up the airport diagram. And ground frequency is 121.1. Okay, so we got our frequencies for this airport. And we'll get the frequencies for Statesville while we're in the air. Okay, and that will allow us to keep things moving. I've got a window here that's too big, and I keep trying to resize it, and it just won't resize properly. Okay, I think I finally figured it out. At least I hope I did. Okay, yeah. All right. So now I can do that and get rid of the map that we're looking at. Okay. So Let's check on some things here. According to the map, we actually are going to fly, even though it looked like it's due north, it's actually westerly on the compass rose. So we're gonna fly. Um, well, I mentioned that I was gonna fly IFR, but for 200 nautical miles, I think I'm just gonna make it VFR, and we're gonna fly 16.5 as high as we can on the VFR routes on a westerly track. Okay, so um, once I get out of the airspace, then I don't have anyone holding me back. Wish there was a faster way to turn this. 16.5. Okay, so that's the altitude that we want to capture. And let's go ahead and tell the autopilot that we want to climb out at let's do 1,200 feet a minute. Um, that's a good one. Okay, so we got that done. Got that dialed in. We got our autopilot set. We got our engine on, and I do see some red lights here. So we need to investigate that. Says I've got some doors open. Passenger door and my cargo door is still open. So we definitely don't want to pull off with those guys open. Um, and this is the kind of stuff that in real life it wouldn't be an issue, but on the sim, it's you really might not know that those doors are open until you are airborne. So the annunciator lights were extremely valuable in that circumstance. Okay, and let me get back in my seat, get my seat adjusted the way I think I want it. And let's check my passenger seatbelt signs. That's right, no passengers, just the package. And initial selves are on, fuel pumps are on, nav beacon strobes are off, and no icing situation encountered. Okay, so 16.5, and let's get ready to taxi. So we want that's well, first we want to get our ADAS, um, and that's 121.4
Hilton Head Island information
in the year.
1800 Zulu weather. Wind 060 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 11. Dew point 7. Altimeter 3012. Arriving runway 03. Departing runway 03. Advise on initial contact you have India.
Okay, we've got India. And the altimeter is 3012. So let's dial that in. And what that would do is to set the aircraft at the absolute correct um, altitude. Okay. And let's get rid of this guy here. And so we got India. And now we can dial in the frequency for tower. And even though I'm not doing a bat sim flight, I am gonna make my tower calls. See, ground was 121.1, and tower was 118.975. and we're expecting 03. And I do want to check my compass, and 34. I'm sorry, not 34, but 30. Yep, compass look good. Besides, I don't think it's modeled where I can change it anyway. Um, okay, so let's make this ground call. Hilton Head Tower, Pilatus 975 November is at the terminal, is at the gate terminal, and we are ready to taxi. We've got India, and we're looking for runway 03. And they at this point would tell me how to taxi to get to 03. And let's see what I don't think there is but one runway. And and 3 and 2 1. So 3 look like it's gonna be to the right. Once I'm back in here, I can tell. So yeah, 3 is gonna be to the right. I'm sorry, to the left. To the left. I was absent the day they taught left and right. Taxi to runway 03 via taxiway. Pilatus 9875 November. And I don't know the taxiway identifier, so that's why I didn't use it. I just want to check my brakes, my steering, and brakes working. I clear it left and right. And we'll begin our takeoff taxi. Follow the yellow brick road. One way that you know that you're on a taxiway is you're always going to have a yellow line on the taxiway. So we're on Alpha. So we're taxiing to runway 03 via Alpha. And winds were let's see, I think they were 030 at 5 knots. The winds were at 5 knots, so for this aircraft, they're really not a factor. But you always want to take off into the wind, and that's what determines which runway we're going to use. I just passed the windsock, and I could tell that even though I got a small crosswind component, I am taking off into the wind. Alrighty. So get over here on 3 and stop. And do our final check. Like I said, I do need to get a checklist. And let's go ahead and make sure our environmental controls are on. Let's turn our oxygen on. Don't want to get up there and get asphyxia. We don't want to get up there and pass out. So you see what I did. You see how I corrected that, right? I don't want to get up there and pass out. All right. I'll teach you how to do that one day. All right, let's clear. Make sure there's nothing coming. And Hilton Head Tower. Let me change the tower frequency. That would be smart. Hilton Head Tower, Pilatus 9875, holding at runway 03, ready to depart to the north. Clear for takeoff, runway 03, Pilatus, 97.5 November. Okay, so, hey, Daniel, how you doing, my friend? All right, I see you. Daniel Mods. Glad you could make it. Glad you could join. All right, so I'm in the Pilatus PC-12, which is a single prop aircraft, and I am flying it from Hilton Head, South Carolina to Statesville, North Carolina, roughly 200 nautical miles. Okay, so let's dial in my flaps. Let's turn on my landing lights. Taxi lights come off. Strobe lights come on. Initial setup stays on. Fuel pump stays on, and we are ready to roll. So I want to torque this up till about 40 on the torque. I'm at 18, 9, 19, 20. Actually, let's get on up there. All right. And on a rotate on about 85, which is now, rotate, and I am airborne. Wheels up, gear up. Gear up's coming up. 3 in the red. Gear is up. All right, so we gonna pull up some altitude right quick. Airport's behind us. And we are gonna turn on our yaw damper. Okay, and we're gonna raise our flaps. Flaps are coming up. And that should give us the ability to roll out, pick up a little bit more speed. We're gonna turn our inertia separators off. Our landing lights can come off. Our fuel pumps can go to auto. And if we had passengers on board, they are free to unbuckle at this point. Okay, so we're going to turn towards our track here. Autopilot comes on, nav mode and GPS mode, and the autopilot has the aircraft. Okay, it is set to climb out at 1,200 feet per minute. And we're looking for 16,000 feet. So that's going to take about 8 minutes to get to our cruising altitude. Okay, so we're already approaching 4,000 feet per minute. And looks like we do have some clouds. Now, technically, being a VFR pilot, I would need to divert and try to capture that hole there and not fly through the clouds. Because in order to fly through clouds, you have to have instrument ratings. And for the longest time, I could not understand what was up with that. I mean, why would you have to have an instrument rating just to fly through clouds? But I have learned that clouds will kill you, because right now I have tried flying, looking at both the instruments and out the window, in clouds, and unless you are trained to watch, trust, and rely on those instruments, you literally cannot tell what's up, down. You can't tell if your aircraft, especially in a sim, you can't tell if your aircraft is banking to the left, banking to the right, um, and it's just crazy. It's called spatial disorientation, and I've learned just by flying the sim that that's a real thing. In fact, well, the clouds went away, but um, I tell you what, once I get back in the clouds, I will. If I get back in the clouds, I'll just cancel the autopilot and give you a taste of what I'm talking about. But I see some clouds up there. I should be getting to my next waypoint in, let's see how close am I to my next waypoint. I am 2 minutes and 44 seconds, or 9 miles and 8 seconds, 9 miles, 9.5 miles from my next waypoint. I get it. I get it right in a minute. All right. So I am getting there. I'm still doing that slow climb out um, to get to my cruise altitude. In fact, because my climb out is so slow, I am going to back off my torque just a bit, and I want about 38 on my torque. Okay, so my torque is down to 38.9. I'm happy with that. So, Daniel, what brings you by, my friend? Okay, and you know what I didn't do? That's why checklists are so important. I didn't turn on my transponder. So I am squawking VFR now, and the transponder is altitude reporting. Um, Let me, while I'm climbing out, see if there are any VATSIM controllers on in the area. And I might join VATSIM after all. Okay, so VATSIM, I need a browser. And I think it's map.vatsim.net. And let's go to US. And I am. Jacksonville is on. So, with that said, let me just start the VATSIM program. Okay. Actually started the wrong program. The VATSIM app. So I'm climbing up through 10,005. And I am in the Pilatus 9875 November, and I'm going to connect. Okay. So the frequency for VATSIM is 124.77. At least we get some chatter in the background, right? 77, that's what I want. And then 124, put that in. Okay, so I got some clouds that I am going to traverse. Looks like I'm going to be high enough to fly over them. And let me go ahead and put my flight plan in for VATSIM. Flight plan. Okay, my departure was Hilton Head. That was Kilo Hotel X-Ray Delta, I think. And then we're going to Statesville, which is Kilo Sierra Victor Hotel. An alternate airport if we can't land at Statesville is, let's see, it's going to be, we could make it Greensboro, but that would take us back south much further than we really need to go. So if we can't do Statesville, then we'll do Hickory, which is Hotel Kilo Yankee. Okay. Hotel Kilo Yankee. Okay, and 16.5 is our, yeah, and time off was it's 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. 1:30 minus 5, 14 minus 5 is 9, so it'd be 9 something Zulu. Um, so it's 9:50. Let's see, we took off about 9:30 Zulu. Okay, so, and we'll go ahead and file that. Yeah. Okay, so I could ask for flight following as long as I'm in this aerospace, which I do, just so I get to talk to someone from time to time. Okay. So Jacksonville setup, Pilatus 9875. So I don't think you heard me. We are at our cruising altitude of 16.5 and let's see, where are we? Because if I talk to him, I need to tell him where I'm at. Okay, so we are probably about let's see, we are 17 miles southwest of Statesville, but I don't think he heard me. So let me check. Um, check, see if I can determine um, what device is my push to talk plugged into. So at this point, guys, I'm just going to ask you just bear with me. Okay, so PTT is COM1, not keyboard, but joystick, and flight controls. PTT is push to talk.
American 264, Jacksonville Center, squawk 1012. 1012, you got about American 264.
And open sound settings. And push to talk should be set to my headset speaker. All right, so we'll try it one more time, guys. If it works, then we're good. If not, oh man.
American 264, radar contact 21 miles southwest of Athena, maintain flight level 350. Maintain flight level 350, American 264.
I don't see my your frame rate's too low. No, that's not right. I don't see my flight being tracked by ACRAS. That's why I said, oh man, in such a disappointing way. Virtual flight. Let me just go to the website and check. I don't think it is, and it's not. Flight is not being tracked. So there are two things I can do. I can either turn around and go back and start over, or I can continue. And I think I'm just going to continue. But I was sure I started the ACARS system. Don't know what happened. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did start it. I tell you what I can do. I can land and start it. Why don't I do that? Okay, so Wadesboro. I thought I saw Wadesboro in the flight path. Let's see. Flight. And I act. So Wadesboro is here. And I should be about around Buford somewhere. So let me start getting down. Pull my power way back because I am gonna do a dive through these clouds. Actually, I am approaching Sachs. Oh man, I passed Wadesboro.
I apologize for that, Colin. That's 2 miles just go off of 18 minutes of the road. That's perfectly fine just when you're back.
So we'll stop at Orangeburg. That's on our way. Orangeburg is probably, it's hard to tell how far up the road it is. But at 2,000 feet per minute, I think I can get down soon enough to get there. Okay, you see Orangeburg just now starting to appear on the map here. It's right here at the top. And left traffic, runway 5 is right traffic. They got, that's not Orangeburg because that's I think that's Orangeburg look like they got 2 runways, and this airport only has 1, but it does say OGB, that is Orangeburg. So one of the runways may not be in use. So with that said, let's plan to stop there. And let's power back to idle here because it is tough getting down. All right, so landing lights come on, initial SEP comes on, fuel pumps come on, fasten seatbelts come on, and oxygen can stay on, and we are going to take control of the aircraft. First, but we're going to look and see if we can't see the airport. So we have some. It would be good to have some idea where it's at. We can't quite see it yet, but in all fairness, we are. Let's see, we are within 35 miles of it, probably even closer than that. So let me take the aircraft and I'm going to do a 360. And bleed out some altitude. And the purpose of this is so I can get my ACRAS software working. Doing 360. And we descending now at 2022. So we're back to 2000. Landing lights are on. Initial separators are on. Okay, we're down to 180. Okay. And I can also see if I can't get a radio check from Orangeburg. Well, I don't know. It may be non-towered. Let's see. Orangeburg is. Do they have a tower? Nope. They got CTAF. ACES is 118.52. I mean AWAS. Okay, so that completes our turn. And 118.52. Oh man. Okay. And I'm not getting the AWAS. 118.525. So it's not coming in. All right, so I can kill this guy, kill that guy. And let's look for the airport. I see some buildings and I see the airport. It's right off my nose. And I can't quite tell what runways I got. I need ADAs to be able. Okay, I'm getting a little low here, so I need to power up a little bit, and we'll stay here at about 1500. I don't know the elevation of the field. The field is at 195 feet. All right, landing lights are on. Gas is on. Undercarriage is up. Don't have any landing gear down. And let's find that airport again. There it is. And there is the runway. Okay, Orangeburg. Shoot, I didn't put in the ATAF. Don't want to. Let's see. So I'm not going to make any calls. I'm just going to land. And I'm way too fast, so I think I am going to do a. See, now there are two runways. So I am going to to swing out this way and then make a right, hook a right turn. All right, gear coming down. And I see, okay, I'm stalling. Don't want to do that. Flaps. All right. And I am too high. So I am gonna slip the aircraft to slow it down while I bleed out some speed. And enough for the slipping. Get on the center line here. Got a good landing. Reverse thrusters. Slows me down. And if I'd have known that taxiway was there, I'd have slowed down to take it. Still ain't getting ATIS. Miami Center, which is Jackson, which is okay. So I don't think that includes Jacksonville, so I should still have ATC. All right, so let me turn this guy on here, and this is would be departing K Oscar Golf Bravo, and our arrival airport is Statesville. That's K Sierra Hotel Victor. No, Victor Hotel. And flight number GA. That's GA11. 011, okay. Passengers 0. Altitude. I knew altitude was going to be 10.5 because we don't need to go as high. We don't have as far to fly. And our route is going to be our route is going to be K Victor 37 and Moped. Okay. And we are literally more than halfway to our destination. Okay, start flight. I got fuel. Start flight. Start flight. Okay, so my ACRAS is alive and well. All right, now if I can get ADAS to play, ADAS again is, I know you guys can't see what I'm doing because I'm actually doing it in a browser. Tell you what, let me do this. Maybe you be able to see what I'm doing if I do this. Um, okay, and then go back to Sky Vector. And I don't know if this is going to show you what I want you to see or not. I'm going to try it and see. First, just want to see if I got any texts that I need to address, and I don't. And I guess you still can't see what I see. Okay, it is what it is. All right, so Orangeburg, AWAS is 118.525, 118.525, COM2, and COM2 is alive. And let's make sure the XPilot is allowing default ATS. ATIS, I mean. Okay, there we go.
1900 Zulu weather. Wind 050 and 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 13, dew point 3. Altimeter 3013. Arriving runway 05. Departing runway 05. Advise on initial contact.
Okay, so we got our ATIS. Okay, so there was some technical stuff that I had to do to get ATIS, but we got it. And we don't need gas while we're on the ground. We got our ACRAS alive and well. And so we're gonna change this guy back to climb us up to our altitude, and we'll do a good 1400 feet per minute, and we don't need 16.5. We'll do 10.5. And but I do need to refoul my flight plan, and with ATC. So now I'm at K Oscar. What was that? Bravo Golf Orangeburg, and everything is still the same except for the time now is Zulu 10 10 is what time we're going to depart this airport, Zulu, and cruise speed, and then 10,500 is still our speed, and then we're gonna refoul that after we put in our flight plan. And at this point, our flight plan is the KVO Aura Victor 37, and then moped. I'm gonna take out Victor 37, just go K to moped to our destination. All right, and then we'll foul. Okay. All right. Now, let's see. Let's see if we can get frequency is 124.77. Orangeburg ground radio check. Okay, so obviously I am not getting out there. Let's try this. Orangeburg ground, radio check. And so I can actually turn this display capture guy off. I guess you don't need to see how the sausage is getting made. All right, Orangeburg ground, radio check.
Southwest 206, Jackson, check your private messages. You should have received an AC.
All right, so I am not getting out. Choose your input device. And so I need to, oh, I think I know what to do. I know what to do. Settings. I need to pick a mic here, I do believe. And audio push to talk. It's gonna be my headset. Okay, that should fix me up. So I can move that guy out the way. And let's get my sim back in front of me. With all these windows I got open, I might have a, I hate to say the word crash with respect to airplanes, but I may have a sim crash. The program may crash. Orangeburg ground, Pilatus 9875, radio check.
Pilatus 975, Jackson Center, you're not clear.
Roger. Request taxi to the active for departure to the northwest, and we do have the weather. So 050
Southwest 206, that's a teaser. I don't control the ramp, but you're going to be exiting on either Golf 1 or Hilton.
Roger. 9875 Pilatus. Okay. So he doesn't control the ramp.
Pilatus 975, Jacksonville Center. What is your location? Where are you at?
We're at Orangeburg, South Carolina, and that's Kilo Oscar Bravo Golf.
Pilatus 975, November, Jackson, Roger, stand by.
I had to memorize that. All right, so let's turn off some. Let's turn that off. Get our about pin.
And Pilatus 9875, November. It's uncontrolled airport, sir. Be fire departure is at your discretion. If you'd like flight following, you can call me once you're
Wilco 9875 Pilatus. Okay, so they don't provide ground, so I have to get airborne to get services. So that's good to know. I've spent some time on Pilot Edge, and with Pilot Edge, it's closer to the real thing. So there are frequencies that we have to tune into for certain operations, like ground route and whatever. Okay, so we want 5. Okay, so if I look at my compass, rows. I'm pointed towards 2-1 right now. So in order to get the 5, to fly a route of 5, then I am going to need to fly back towards me. So if I so I am going to need to get out of the aircraft or get a perspective where I can see what's what. So 5 is going to be the end of the runway. I'm going to have to taxi to the most to the end of the runway there. So to the furthest point on the runway. Let's see, and I also need to look and see. Okay, yeah. Uh, okay, you guys hold just for a second. Okay, Google, turn the heat to 70 degrees. Oh, okay, good. She heard me. All right, so let's go here and turn the live stream back on. Okay, and then let's commence our taxi. And as you can see, when it comes to taxiing, you taxi with your feet, not the yoke. Now, in flight training, when I'm taxiing the trainers, they wouldn't let us taxi any faster than a
2144, you can expect the ILS runway 8 approach, Jacksonville altimeter 3009.
than a brisk walk. Okay, so now that I'm here, I want to jump into OBS and just check my mic levels. Okay, mic levels look good. And yeah, I want to cross here.
2144, you can expect the ILS runway 8 approach.
Okay, and if I could keep my mic, I would call and let them know that I'm crossing runway 23. Uh-oh. So if this is 2305 and I want 05, then I actually need to go to the end of this runway.
American T-64, contact Washington Center 133.
So I didn't have to go to the farthest end after all. Yeah, because I think the furthest end would have been about a half mile, a quarter mile or so down that way. So I'm across this runway, make sure there's nothing coming. If it is, I didn't see them, so take my chances. And looks like they have a run-up center right here, a run-up. Oh no, that's so the yeah, look, that's to exit the runway. That's not really for run-ups. All right. Okay, clear to the left, to the right. Nothing's coming in. Looks like I landed on the correct runway. I think this is the runway I landed on. What luck. Okay. All right, so landing lights are on, fuel pumps are on, ignition syrup is on. I'm not doing a good job cleaning up my aircraft when I get off the runway, so I got to remember to do a better to make that a priority. Do a better job. Okay, and hit that. Why is it not moving? Come on. There we go. And why did it look out the one on the wing? I don't know. Well, anyway, let's get airborne. All right. So, airspeed's alive. Looking for 85. 85. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. And that's a pretty scene with that neighborhood rolling by. All right. Flaps up. Half bank on, soft ride on, autopilot on. Okay, we're climbing at 1,400 feet a minute. And torque is at 41 psi. RT2 is at 7,200 degrees. Now, why did that turn and wouldn't turn back? Okay, I don't know. Checking stuff out. Okay, there is that wing. And I'll get one wing view. I think this is supposed to be this wing view here. I do believe. Yeah. And if you look, that's actually a passenger wing view. But that's okay. Ain't no shame in my game. I'll use it to check if I need it. Alrighty. So let's see what the name of this VOR is. That Columbia. Yep. All right. So Jacksonville Center, Pilatus 9875 with a request.
Southwest 206 negative, sir. Your clearance is still valid. If you get your spot code again, it's 1073. Pilatus 9875 November, Jack Center, go ahead.
Yeah, we request flight following cruising altitude is 10,500 and we are 14 miles south of the Columbia VOR.
Pilatus 75 November, squawk 1045 and an ident.
1045. 104 and 5.
Delta 2144 descend and maintain 2000 and give me a left turn heading 050.
And a dent. I think you got that.
Pilatus 75 November, your radar contact 12 miles southeast of Columbia. Maintain VFR, proceed on course.
VFRs, proceed on course. 9875 November, Pilatus. Okay, so our next frequency is going to be, I'm sure, the Washington Center. If I can get up here. Oh, one, D. Okay. 017. Okay, 133.72 is going to be what we need to put in the box next. So let's stay ahead. This is how you stay ahead. Excuse me. Excuse me. How you stay ahead of the aircraft.
Delta 2144, you're 6 miles from Dense. Maintain at 050 heading 1900 until established on the localizer. Clear ILS runway 8 approach.
And I'm actually going to fly out of his area. So I'm going to squawk VFR and I won't be in the Washington Center. I see that now.
Southwest 1110, Jack Center, squawk 1034. 1034, Southwest 1110.
Get rid of this. And adjust my seat. And we are capturing our altitude. Let's come off and the lights off, strobes on, seatbelt sign off, pumps auto. 3017, 9875 Pilatus.
Delta 2144,
3017.
Tower, 118.3.
Okay. So we should be approaching Columbia, South Carolina. And we should be leaving his control airspace maybe about, not say about 10 minutes or so. Now, we are turning, so I need to make sure that I know why we are turning. Okay, so we did get to the VOR. Yep. So we are turning, I think, pretty much north, almost due north. 02010. And so you guys are not showing me any love. I don't have anybody riding along with me. But that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. I'm gonna fly this anyway. Y'all like how I did that, right? That's all right. That's okay. I'm gonna fly anyway. So a lot of flying is just sitting in the cockpit watching the earth roll by, but there is some enough cockpit management stuff usually to going on to keep me busy. Let's see if I can pull this shade over there and block out some of the sun. Uh, there we go. And it's not doing a thing. It's not reaching. I think the sun is probably too low in the sky at this point. And let's check our speed. Ground speed is 254 knots. ITT, let's pull that. Let's check our speed. Uh-oh, I got an echo here. Ground speed is airborne. Okay, I come. All right, that was funny. That's 38.5 or somewhere there about. On the torque, that should keep me right around 200 knots. So I should slow down as we move along because I was at 40 on the torque. Let's see now. And let's turn this guy. So I'm expecting to get to be able to squawk 1200 a VFR and my flight following will get canceled.
Southwest 206, runway 35 left, taxi via Golf, and Hotel 10, the 103001.
Oh man, can't keep my iPad in the upright position. Try to turn the volume down, the whole thing collapses.
Plus 75 November, contact Charlotte approach 126.15, will see.
126.15. Have a good day. Pilatus 9875 November. Charlotte approach.
Southwest 206, it's going to be your next right, then another right, southbound.
126.25. Charlotte approach, Pilatus 9875, 10,500. And I can verify that with that Charlotte approach is online. 126.15. Charlotte approach, Pilatus 9875, 10,500. Good evening.
November 9875, November Charlotte approach.
Okay, Tico, I'm getting done here. Okay, my dog is getting a little impatient.
November, send and maintain 8,000, flight heading 060.
8,060, Pilatus 9875 November. All right, so wonder why he's descending. I wonder if he know that I'm VFR. And heading 060. Let's see, heading 060. And let's see. All right, now I need to go down, 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 and down, 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 down. Let's do 1,300 feet per minute. And buddy, chill out. 060. Let's go back a notch. And then I need to capture that 8,000. Will you pick each a thing? Hold on. I'm talking to my dog. See, welcome to. Okay, so we're doing a VAT sim flight. I think I might be okay. We got 1,000 to go. I might be about the only one in this in his airspace. I don't know. All right. And now, well, I just fly the vectors that he give me. Tico, hush. So now as I level out, I'm adding power to keep up my speed. Left heading 250, 9875.
November 9875, November, select approach in Statesville.
Left heading 200. Okay, so select approach. All right, so procedure. Select approach. So now I'm out of my comfort zone. Cause So let me go. Let me do this. Let me let this guy know that I'm out of my comfort zone. Charlotte approach November 9875 Pilatus. This is a VFR flight.
November. Okay, we can make that. In that case, you're cleared into the Charlotte Class Bravo airspace. Maintain VFR at 8,000 for now. Continue present heading.
Continue present heading through the Bravo for Charlotte 9875 VFR. Okay, so present heading. And I haven't a clue where the devil I'm at, Tico. So I'm looking around trying to get some okay, so I'm about right here, somewhere around Rock Hill. Okay, so I'm here over Monroe. Let me slow down because the Bravo has a speed limit of 200. You need to go outside. Okay, be right back. Come on. Okay, and we're back. Okay, so where I'm at maybe that's 3017. Live stream. Okay, 30. So barometer. Okay, so I got an idea where I'm at now. I'm just to the west of Monroe. And so you told me to choose a procedure into Statesville and activate. Let's see, so if I want to do that, select procedure. And say I'm not getting this clear. Um, okay, so but that's all good in the neighborhood. And tonight is what, Thursday? Thursday nights may not be a popular night for X-plane streaming on YouTube.
FedEx 2702, you're heading to 36 Center, correct? Yeah, that's correct. FedEx 2702, turn left heading at 095. Okay, left turn 095, FedEx 27. Pilatus 75 November, turn left heading 360.
Left 360, Pilatus 9875. Okay, so where am I now? Okay, I'm southeast of Juliet, Quebec, Foxtrot, which is Concord.
FedEx 2702, continue left turn heading at 025, General Localizer. Left turn 025, General Localizer, FedEx.
And none of my peeps are on.
FedEx 2702, airport 12 o'clock, 15 miles from Fort Field site. FedEx 2702, we have airport site. FedEx 2702, clear visual approach runway 36 center. Okay, clear to visual 36 center, FedEx 2702. 6, we're on the 36 center, clear to land. 36 center, clear to land, back 27.
Left 335, 75 November.
And 75 November, confirm you're descending down to 5,000.
Down to 5,000, 335.
November, that's left, heading 345.
Left 345, 75 November. Left 345. And then it's down to 5. Okay, so this. Okay, so I got Karuk, and this ought to be Statesville right here. Coming up on my scope. And since I'm VFR, then I am.
5672, say your next waypoint.
Since I am.
Echo for Blue Street 5672. Say again. The next waypoint for Blue Street 5672 is Heckham. Alright, Blue Street 5672, there's about 3 waypoints before that. Heckham's on the ILS for 36 right.
Yeah.
Maintain present heading, and I'll have a turn downwind for you in about 25 miles. Okay, we'll maintain present heading. Sorry, this was the next one that came up for us. Blue Street 5672. No problem. I was just asking to make sure that's what was going on so I could account for it. You're fine. FedEx 2702, taxi to Grand Diego.
Okay, so I turned off some of the weather so I can see a little better. and my airport is 28 miles. And I need to go to this guy here because I'm past moped and make that direct, activate it.
November 9875, November, cleared out Charlotte Class Bravo airspace, squawk VFR.
Cleared out of Charlotte, Bravo, squawking VFR, 9875 November.
And 9875, November, the airport's at your 10 o'clock and 10 miles. No traffic observed between you and the field. Frequency changing, Unicom approved today.
Unicom approved for the airport 9875. Good day. Statesville. And so now I can go back to flying nav.
FedEx 2702, cross runway 5 on Echo, join Alpha to the ramp. Cross runway 5 on Echo, Alpha to the ramp, FedEx.
And
Brickyard 45,
enter.
46, runway 36 right, taxi via Romeo, Charlie, cross runway 23. Romeo, Charlie, cross 23.
And squawk VFR.
Blue Street 5672, maintain 4000. 4000, Blue Street 5672.
Why don't this thing? 1 2 0 0 1 2 0 0. All right. Okay. So that was interesting. Some 15 miles out. Still on a controlled descent. Can't see the airport yet. Descending at about 300 feet per minute. Give it a little bit of torque to hold my speed about where I'm at. And AWAS is 119.25. So 0.25. And I should be on this path, but look like I'm trying to get back into the Bravo. GPS, yeah, I am on GPS. Nav. AP is not on. All right, turn AP on. And come to come on. Man, I'm not getting my COM2. Happens every time. Okay, COM2, 119.11 AWAS is 119.225. So I got 25. There we go. 992. Wind comes, so I'm gonna do a straight in. I can do that. And it's the C 123.07. All right. And slow down a little bit, get rid of these windows here. And I see the runway. I thought I saw the runway. Is that, yeah, there is the runway. And I'm about 6 miles out. Yep, 5.5. It's my airplane. Statesville traffic. Pilatus 9875 is 5 miles inbound from the south east, 4 stop, and we are looking for runway stand by. Shoot, what runway am I looking for?
Plus 75 November, you're still with Atlanta approach or Charlotte approach. You can switch to Yukon now.
Sorry about that. 9875.
No problem. Clear speed 56.
What did I put the CTAF in 2. All right, kill the AP. It's off. And fly the plane. Fly the plane. There's a runway. There's an airport over there. So I missed the runway. So I'm gonna do a 360 where winds are calm, so I can actually do a downwind and come back and land on that runway. So everything is lovely. The field is at 9,900, so about 1,900 would be the pattern altitude. And since winds are calm, I can do this. It's untowered. And shoot. All right, calm 2, Mike 2. Statesville traffic, Pilatus 9875 is on downwind, runway 02. And I'm having to do an extended downwind, runway 10 and 28. Statesville traffic, Pilatus 9875 is on extended downwind, turning base for runway 10. Left base, Statesville. Might be a good thing I did do extended base because I might probably got to get lined up again. And Don't even see the airport. Where's the airport? Is that it? Shit. Yep, that was it. I wasn't. Statesville traffic, Pilatus 987.5 going around, and we're on a right downwind for runway 28, Statesville. All right. Statesville traffic, Pilatus 987.5, turning right base, runway 28, Statesville. Correction, right downwind, runway 10, Pilatus 987.5. Negative, we're going around. Pilatus 987.5. All right. So we're going to do a left downwind for runway 10. We're going to extend our base, Pilatus 987.5, Statesville. Good thing nobody watching me doing the live stream doing this, because I'm having a tough time getting down. I mean, I'm down. I'm having a tough time getting lined up here. All right. So runway 10. And what we got? 10 and 28. 060. That should be 010. Pilatus 9875, turning right base, runway 10, Statesville. Okay, 28 is what we're looking for. All right, and where's the airport and the runway? And why am I not seeing the daggone airport and the runway when I look this way? Just not finding it. Okay, I passed it again. I must have a headwind or something, because Pilatus 9875 is on left downwind. This time runway 10, Pilatus, Statesville. Okay, so I'm 3 miles out, 1500, a little bit low. All right, so I'm gonna turn. Well, let's do a 4 mile final. Shouldn't have to do a 4 mile final. Okay. Statesville traffic, Pilatus 9875, turning right base, runway 10, runway 28, Pilatus 9875, Statesville. Okay, does anybody see the airport? Okay, I think that's it. And I need the runway. I need the runway. Don't see it. Is that it? Okay, it's on my base. Pilatus 9875, turning final runway 10, Pilatus, Statesville. Got it this time. All right, flaps. Okay, displace runway. And set her down nice and gentle. And what side do we want to go on? I don't think it really making a difference. We'll just go over here. And because this one looked interesting. Okay. And oh, we will turn right here and park. Brakes. Okay, so we have successfully flown from Hilton Head to Statesville, North Carolina, and it was truly a long flight. We got um, ATC wanted us to do an approach that was our IFR, which since I don't fly IFR, I couldn't do. So I had to remind him that I am a VFR flight. He had already had me in the Bravo, so he kept me in the Bravo. And anyway, so we transitioned the Charlotte Bravo and came up to Statesville without issue. We landed, and um, quite frankly, this has been a fairly uneventful flight. And if we can keep our brakes engaged, then that will be half the battle. Okay, so we're gonna shut down, and this flight is done. Um, all that circling, and we didn't get in landing configuration. Um, but she did just fine. So it's okay. And stand by, it goes off. All right. And that goes off. That goes off. And we can turn our generator here off, which it is. Okay, and then hop out here. And let's tie the aircraft down, even though it's not in the right place. We did stop it in the right place, but the fact that it's not has more to do with the buttons, with the mouse not releasing the brake rather than the pilot, if that makes any sense. Okay, so for any of you guys who rode along with me, and for all of those who might watch this in the background, I appreciate you. And until next time, have at it. And remember, a good pilot is always learning.